Hello there. So you did heavy deadlifts yesterday. Well, I've got something for you for your post-deadlift recovery. Get yourself something comfy to wear and meet me on the mat. We're going to be starting in your child's pose. You want to sit your hips heavy onto your heels. Your knees can be together or a little wider apart. And then you bring your torso over your thighs, forehead to the floor. In case your forehead doesn't reach for the floor, don't hesitate to just fold your forearms underneath your forehead and rest your forehead like this. I invite you to find your variation that works for you. Drop your hips heavy, drop your forehead heavy. And then I invite you to take 3 to 5 deep breaths. Inhale with your nose to fill up your belly, to fill up your chest. Exhale completely through your nose or through your mouth. And then again, inhale in, fill up the belly, fill up the chest, feel your ribs expanding. And then exhale with control as slowly as you can. Press all the air out. 3 more deep breaths like this on your own, in your own rhythm. Maybe trying to send your inhales all the way to your lower back. And every exhale softening all the sensations in your lower back. Last breath in here. And the next inhale, you can stretch your arms in front of you, lift forehead and find your tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. I invite you for a few cat-cows, arching your back, lifting the chin up and your hips up, and then exhaling to round your back. Chin towards your chest. You want to look at your belly button and you really want to bring the pelvis under as much as you can. You're looking for stretch in your back, all the way to your lower back. And then again, inhale, arch. Exhale around, and you're looking for sensations in your back. So don't hesitate to add any movement that would feel good or rewarding, whether that will be a circle with your head, your chest, your hips. Look, where do you need that extra stretch? And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, whenever you have wiggled around enough, I invite you to find back again to your tabletop in neutral position. Tuck your toes under and then press the floor away with your hands. Lift the knees, lift your hips. Find your downward facing dog. Bend your knees as much as you need to find length in your back. Press the floor away with your hands, down and forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then once you have that length in your back, your chest opening towards your knees, even with your knees bent, I invite you to start kicking your heels down closer towards the floor. Feel your hamstrings, feel your calves. And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, next exhale, you can bring your right foot forward next to your right hand. Left knee goes down onto the floor. And from here, inhale, hips as forward as they go. You're looking for stretch in your right inner thigh. And then you exhale to send your hips back as far as you can, straightening the right knee as much as you can, looking for that stretch in your right hamstring. Your hands can be supported on the floor or on the shin or on the thigh, depending how far you can reach. So find your adaptation. And then let's do 3-4 more of these. Inhaling, hips forward. And then exhaling backward, looking for your hamstring. Every breath, I invite you to really look for the limits, for your maximum range of motion. trying to breathe slowly, to give yourself the time to move slowly, to give yourself the chance to really feel, the stretch, to feel where your limits are, because every breath is going to feel different. And then the next time you find yourself inhaling your hips forward, I invite you to press your right foot into the floor, tug the toes of your left foot onto the floor, maybe hop your left foot a little bit closer, and from here you would want to straighten both knees. Now, both feet are pressed into the floor, and you want to really straighten your both knees, your hands. If you reach for the floor, awesome. If you don't, awesome. Reach for your shin and lean from there. If you can't reach for your shin, reach for your thigh. Just please don't lean onto your knee. There's already enough pressure. So either the shin or your thigh. And from here, you would want to be pressing the back foot into the floor, bringing your left hip a little bit more forward, and then leaning your chest, your torso, over that right leg. Find where your limit is. Support yourself there with your hands, and then drop your head heavy, shoulders heavy, and find a nice round in your back. And you would stay here for 5 deep breaths. You're looking again for your right hamstring and all the way to your lower back. Maybe you want to be imagining that you're sending your inhales to your lower back, exhaling to soften your lower back, your right hamstring, your right hip. Last breath or two. And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, you can rebend the front knee, bring your both hands down onto the floor again, and find back again your downward facing dog. Walk your down dog. Give yourself a moment just to feel right side, left side, the right hamstring, the left hamstring. Relax your head, squeeze your shoulder blades together, open the chest. And then whenever you're ready, next exhale, you can step your left foot forward next to your left hand. Right knee goes down onto the floor. From here, hips as forward as they go. And then you send your hips back until you straighten your left knee and you're looking for the stretch in your left hamstring. And then 3 to 4 more times. Inhaling forward. Exhaling backwards. Every time going for the maximum range of motion. Supporting yourself wherever you can, whether that's on the floor, whether that's on your shin or in your thigh. Last breath. And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, next inhale, send your hips forward and tug the toes of your back foot, lift the back knee, hop your right foot closer in. And now you want to be stretching both legs, both knees. Press both feet into the floor, especially the back foot. You want to be bringing your right hip a little bit more forward. And then dropping your chest over that left shin, left knee. Your hands can be on the floor or on the shin or on your thigh, depending where you can reach. You want to be keeping that left knee straight. And then you want to be reaching as low as you can. And once you have your limit, stay there and relax. Drop your head heavy, shoulders heavy, round your back, and you want to stay for 5 deep breaths. Inhaling all the way to your left hamstring, lower back. Exhaling to soften whatever there is to soften. Dropping heavier every exhale. Noticing the changes in the sensations in that left hamstring. And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, last breath here. And you can gently rebend your left knee. And from here, you would step your right foot forward next to the left. You would stay in your forward fold here. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Maybe even grab the opposite elbows. And stay here for 3 deep breaths, just allowing your torso to be heavy. Your knees can be straight or they can be bent. You're again looking for sensations in your hamstrings. Your back can be rounded. Don't worry about that. And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, I invite you to release your arms. And now really grab for something, reach for something. Reach for your toes if you can. If not, reach for your ankle. If not, reach for your shins or your calves. Reach for something. And then straighten your knees to your maximum as much as you can while feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. That means your knees can be a little bit microbent. You don't have to completely lock your knees in order to find your hamstrings. Trust me. Bend your knees a little bit, you will find your hamstrings. And then pull onto your calves, your ankles, your feet, whatever it is that you're holding onto. And you're trying to bring your chest towards your knees. Lifting your sit bones high up, dropping your head, and you want to stay here another 3 deep breaths, really pulling your chest in, looking for those hamstrings. Last breath or 2. How deep can you go here? And then exhale, release. Now I invite you to keep your right knee bent, straighten your left leg. Your right hand would either go onto the floor or you would reach with your right hand for your shin. And from there, you would want to turn and twist open towards the left side, maybe even reaching with your left arm up. So left hand on the shin, on your ankle, on the floor, depending where you can reach. Again, you adapt to where you can reach. And then turn and twist. And feel everything that left hamstring. 3 deep breaths. Looking up or looking down, depending what works for you better. Last deep inhale in here. Turn even more open and then I exhale, release. Both hands down, bend both knees, relax the head, relax your arms, your shoulder. And then whenever you're ready, you would switch sides. This time, bending the left knee, straightening the right. Left hand would support you on the floor or on your shin, depending again where you can reach. And then from there, you would be turning and twisting open your chest towards the right side, reaching with your right arm up maybe. And again, wherever you are, 3 deep breaths. Inhaling into the belly, into the chest. Exhaling completely and turning and twisting deeper. Feeling everything in that right hamstring right now. Last breath in here. And then exhale, release. Rebend both knees, relax your head, relax your shoulders, maybe grab your opposite elbow. And then at your own time, whenever you're ready, Deep inhale in. Exhale, bend your knees, release your arms, sit down into your squat. Sit onto your bum. Stretch your legs in front of you and roll back onto your back. You can take one big breath in here and then exhale. What can you relax? Your legs can be straight, feet flipping apart. Your arms can be straight alongside of your body, or maybe you'll prefer to bring your hands onto your belly. Don't hesitate to roll your head from side to side. Wiggle your hips from side to side. And then I invite you for 10 deep breaths. Inhaling with your nose to fill up the belly, to fill up the chest, to feel your ribs expanding. And then exhale, softly, gently press all the air out. 9 more. Deep breaths in your own rhythm. Last 2, 3 big breaths in here. And then whenever you're ready, you can start wiggling around your toes, circling your ankles, wiggling around your fingers, circling your wrists. And then you can stretch your arms above your head, kick your heels or point your toes, feel for length. Exhale, release. You can rest laying down on your back, or you can bend your knees and roll over towards your side, right side or left side. And you can rest there, or you can press yourself all the way up, seated. Wherever you are, I invite you to feel the contact of your body with the floor and lengthen your spine. Soften your shoulders, soften your face. And slowly you can blink the eyes open to come back to wherever you are. Thank you for tuning into this one, and I'll see you in the next one.